What's happening? What's happening? What's happening?
What's going on?
What's going on, Russ?
Oh man, nothing much.
Russ, this is my son, Dayton.
How you doing?
Good to meet you. Dayton. That's Russ. Yeah, man. We just kicking back, man. Had a pretty big cook, and trying to sit back and let all this shit settle, man.
I hear you. That grill looks familiar, man.
That grill looks real familiar, don't it? I figured it would be the backdrop for the night since it finally cooled off. Man, that thing holds some heat.
Looks good.
Yeah. What's up, Kenneth? Kenneth in the house. Guggen barbecue. Judge Webb.
I'm glad to see it being put to use finally.
Oh yeah, man. I did 2 racks of ribs. Over the open. I actually cooked them on the Argentine grapes. And then I also did some, well, I call them Bama Twinkies. The heck with Texas Twinkies. We ain't use brisket. We use crab meat from right here in the bay. You know what I mean?
Heck yeah.
How were they?
So good.
They were good. Did you leave
They
me?
were.
Is there any in there left?
There's about 2, 3 in there.
I'm surprised. I did my baked beans and stuff because I knew he was coming. He loves my baked beans. So
yeah.
I was gonna do a video on the baked beans. I actually did a video. I didn't do a video on the ribs. I did a video on the Bama Twinkies. But I think, I mean, the ribs came out great. I think if I would have left them on for probably about another 45 minutes. Now the so I had some Porter Road ribs and I had some Smithfield ribs, right? The Smithfield ribs at, I don't know, probably about the 1.5 hour mark, they were bending like they was ready. Yeah, they weren't. I never got a split at the top. That's why I'm saying if I would have went just a little bit further, I probably would have got a little bit of separation.
Did you cook them bone down most of the cook?
I started off with the meat down, just to get a good little sear, and then I turned them over and I did the majority of the cook with the meat, with the bone down.
Yeah, that bone on a grill like that helps. That is actually what cooks the meat. It cooks it from the inside out, you know. Then you turn them over to get that color you want.
Square Table Degenerates in the house. Chuck in the house. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So yeah, we basically, and I actually have a neck roast from Porter Road in my crock pot right now, along with some short ribs. And I'm kind of doing like a take, almost like a Mississippi style, but with my own little spin on it. I mean, I put the pepperoncinis in there, but I put a packet of ranch seasoning, a packet of gravy, and a packet of McCormick, what is that? Pot roast seasoning. And I added a Guinness beer to it, and a can of consomme. And it's been going all day, man. I mean, it's falling apart. The bone was coming out of that neck roast, you know, but it's on low, man. So I'm just letting it go. It's going to be, you know, but I'm doing a pot of greens tomorrow. So I probably will film how I do my greens because a lot of people have been asking, you know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, I don't ever put bacon in them. I always put pork neck bone in them. Yep. But
there's actually a lot of people that can't make good greens, you know. That video could do good for you, actually.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm thinking, man. That's what I'm thinking. But you know, I can't really gloat too bad, but my Bama looked a lot better today, you know. I didn't watch the whole game because there wasn't no sense in it. But I started watching Auburn, and then Auburn started getting their butt whooped, and I was like, man. Then I started watching the LSU game, and I was like, all right, I see how this is going.
How did LSU do?
Oh, they're still playing. I don't know. Let me see, because I think they was about to start getting whooped.
I don't really follow nowadays much of any football, but I do kind of root for LSU, Alabama. Yeah,
it's actually doing pretty good. It's 13-10.
They're playing Mississippi State.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So, I mean, Mississippi State's undefeated. I mean, 2 wins, and LSU's got 1 loss. So, it ought to be a pretty good game. That's what I was thinking, but
it's early yet.
I mean, first quarter, I done seen 2 people get hurt, and I'm like, damn, I see how this is going. This ain't starting out very good.
Yeah.
You know. And then let's see, where we at? Square Table in the house. Quentin Nelson in the house. What's up, brother? Matter of fact, I just got your letter, Quint, and man, that's awesome. I read it. I'm gonna keep that between me and you or whatever. That was very heartfelt. I loved it. And that coin, that thing, I know that thing's that thing seems like it's worth something, man. I'm humbled to have it, and I appreciate it, and I will do everything you asked in that letter for sure. What else is going on? What did everybody cook today? That's what I want to know. What you cooked today, Russ?
Not a thing.
Really?
I did my cook Thursday. I've been editing pretty much all day yesterday. Then today I went back in there and tweaked a few things. I forgot to put a few things, so I done that, and I had to re-upload it and take the other one down. I just got it re-uploaded right before this live, and then it'll go live tomorrow at 9 a.m.
Oh, okay. All right. I hear you.
Man, I don't cook every day. I cook for a video, and that's it.
Oh, really?
Well, I say that. Sometimes I'll get in there and make something, but for the most part, if the wife don't cook it, then we'll order out. But every now and then I'll get in there. I made some spaghetti and meatballs about 2 weeks ago. That what it is. Remember that pizza burger I did and that marinara I made with those tomatoes and all?
Yeah.
Man, that makes a fantastic spaghetti sauce with that same pizza seasoning that I showed in there.
I bet.
Then I used I made some Italian meatballs, and I baked them in the oven, then added them to that sauce, and just did spaghetti with garlic bread. Man, it was good. That's some of the best spaghetti I've had in a while.
Yeah. Yeah, I did some spaghetti about 4 days before. No, it was about 4 days before I left to come back home. And I did it. It was a strategy. Hey, Bella, Fendi. I did so as a strategy so I wouldn't have to spend no more money. I was eating that for lunch and dinner for the rest of the time I was home. I mean, I was there,
Yeah.
So, it was, but it was good. I mean, I didn't like, so what I did was, I just got some, a good name brand, tomato sauce that actually uses Italian tomatoes. And I just got my own mushrooms, my own onions, and just kind of spruced it up, used my own, seasoning and everything, just to kind of, make it better than just straight out of a jar.
Right.
And I like to put ricotta cheese. I like to use ricotta cheese and stuff like that,
Yeah. Yeah, I like Parmesan, like on spaghetti. I even like it on pizza, but
yeah. Let's see.
Jared's in the house. What's up, Jared?
And let's see.
Quentin Nelson said he did beef ribs yesterday. Today he cooked sandwiches. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
No, ain't nothing wrong with that. All right.
My mom used to make sandwiches all the time growing up, man. I like them. She'd make a bunch of French fries and sandwich sandwiches. Sloppy
Hell
noodles.
yeah. Let's see what else we got. Where am I at? I'm way behind. Yeah, I seen your Instagram post, man. They look phenomenal. Like them ribs on that conker, man. It looked good.
You don't have an iPhone. Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Just sitting there. You don't have an iPhone, do you?
No.
Man, they just had the new ISO update, ISO 16. They got the coolest feature in there that I'm already using. Matter of fact, it's on tomorrow's video.
Oh, really? What is it?
You probably won't know what that feature is, but like if I take and all right, I don't know if I can show this or not. Let's see. That's a picture of me, right?
Uh-huh. Hold on. Let me blow you up. Let me blow you up. All right. Yeah.
All right.
Oh, where you can cut yourself out? I seen that.
Yeah. You hold it right there. Hang on. It's hard for me to do it if I'm not looking.
Come on, old timer.
All right. See how you pull it up?
Yeah.
Now I can open up another program while I hold that there and drop it in there, and it's completely everything's erased, man. I mean, it's that easy, and it's perfectly done every time. I'm like, check that out.
That's cool.
Or you can also just hit it. Wait a minute. Hit it and copy it with this copy button. Then you can paste it somewhere else. Either way.
Yeah. Yeah, that's dope. I've been watching a lot. Oh shit. I actually been watching a lot on the new, I watch a lot on all the new phones.
Yeah.
And they were saying that was a really cool feature.
It is. I know the Android's got the one where you have to kind of erase it, and then it kind of recognizes where you want to erase it, and then bam, it's done. This just hit it, drag it up, it's done. It's like, man, that's smart. I swear there has to be real UFOs that have the technology that they've got now. There ain't no way people. Ain't no way man is that smart, man. I just don't believe
it. Send me some, Jared. I want some. I need to make some myself.
Love me some banana bread. I got a damn fly flying around here that's about to bug me to death. Where'd he go?
Yeah, banana pudding.
There he is. I got him.
Yeah, I'm gonna do some smoked banana pudding. How about that?
I think my eyes burning for some reason. Man.
Yeah, they fighting good. Let's see. Do I look too far away from the camera?
No. You're about right. Has it rained there today?
No, it hasn't. I haven't seen a drop of rain.
Man, it come a hard rain
since I've been home.
It
hadn't rained yet.
It rained here about an hour and a half today, hard. We was gone, went to Walmart, and I got caught into it coming home, and it lasted about another hour after that.
Yep. Yeah, man, we're just sitting here drinking on some Buffalo Trace and having a couple of cigars. My son just sent us all a video. He lives in Atlanta with his girlfriend. He lives in Atlanta with his girlfriend, and he proposed to her on some bridge, man. It was pretty cool. He sent us a video of it. That happened today. And so we're just kind of celebrating that, the new life of my granddaughter. And then my son Blake, his birthday was yesterday, but his wife goes to the hospital tomorrow, and she'll be getting induced to have our other grandbaby. So So this one right here is going to be an Uncle ×2, and he's got one coming December
20th.
December 20th.
My goodness.
So yeah, I'll be a granddaddy ×3.
All them babies are going. All them babies will probably grow up being close to each other because they're so close in age. I know me and my cousins were very close. That were the same age growing up.
Yeah.
It's good that they're all gonna be the same age.
It is.
Yeah,
it is. We thought that my son in Atlanta, we thought that his girlfriend may have been pregnant, but it was a false alarm. But I think that's something they probably gonna be working on, because I think they kind of want everybody. They probably want all the kids to kind of be close in age.
Yeah.
And Barbecue Mike G in the house. What's up, brother? Mm-hmm. There's a lot of mics. There's a lot of mics in the. That's why I don't. That's why I mean, just call me Triple B or Smooth. I stopped. I kind of stopped the whole Smooth.
Mike G. Mike, you are Mike. Then Mike G. Then Mike Brown.
Mike Brown.
I don't know.
Which I think he was live last night. I tried to. I think I jumped on there and said what's up, but I couldn't stay on. We were doing stuff.
I jumped in the chat just for a few minutes. I had to go over there and check out that Dead Broke Nation live.
Oh yeah, man! I wanted to get on that. Dickie had sent out. He had sent out a big message saying, it was like, I think he was like, we're going live in 30 minutes, and I was like, shit, man, there wasn't no way. What was I doing last night?
Yeah, they
yesterday was a blur, man.
They used to do that on Saturday nights. Now they've moved it to Fridays.
Yeah. Yeah, lots of Joes as well. That's right. See, there goes Mike. What's up? What's up?
Mike there too. There's 4 Mike.
Roll Tide, baby. Roll Tide. Hey, wasn't as many penalties today as there was last week. Thank God. But we won't talk about last week. I got a lot on my mind about that, but it ain't gonna do no good. Yo, Roll Tide. Only one Chuck, yeah? Is it just one Chuck? I don't think I know another Chuck. Look at him. Go get him.
I know some Chucks, but they're not on YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah, Quint, I think you got that. I think you got that.
I went to school with a Quint, and Quint Nelson's probably the only other Quint that I've heard of since then.
Yeah. Yep.
That was named Quint.
So Chuck, what did you cook today? Mike, what did you cook today? Well, what did you cook today? I think I seen. Well, you cooked something. I think you posted it on Facebook or something.
Chuck,
I seen something you cooked.
Chuck cooked ribs. He said that earlier. He
just did ribs.
Yeah,
it must have been a ribs day. I know Quint did ribs as well, but I think that was yesterday.
I had Little Caesars pizza, so it definitely wasn't ribs.
Ribs, no video though. Yeah, I didn't do a video of my ribs neither. It was the first. So, growing up, when my dad would do ribs, it was always on the regular grill. But it had it was, my uncle built this grill, and it was heavy. It was all made out of cast iron. It was a big, heavy grill, but there wasn't no firebox on or nothing. You cooked in the cooking chamber, in the chamber itself. And so that's where everything would get cooked. And he would do ribs on there, and that's how I grew up doing ribs myself.
Yeah.
But doing it open top like this on this big behemoth behind me, it was a little different. And I think, I was just using, I know you had said something about getting, an infrared thing, laser or whatever to check temperatures of, what the grade is and this and that.
Actually,
and I think that's going to be good for the flat top. But
that's what I said. Just use them little oven thermometers, the little $2 and $3 oven thermometers. That's all you need.
I think I'm going to continue using my hand.
That's the way I do it.
I'm just going to continue using my hand because that's kind of like, your hand never lies.
That's right.
And you can one Mississippi the hell out of it. You know what I mean? And
yep.
And I'm just going to continue doing it that way. Although I will say, on the Argentine grates, because they're slanted the way they are, it's a little different because I had the Porter Road ribs because they were a lot thinner, which I'm gonna say this about. All right, so I had, when it comes to a bend test on the ribs, the Porter Road didn't bend near as much, but they wound up being more tender than the ones that did have a really good bend.
Yeah.
Because the Smithfields, man, it was a perfect. It was just at the point like I could just start seeing a little bit of separation right there at the bend.
Yeah. I probe the meat between ribs. I'll bend them and all that too, but I really probe it just like I do any other meat.
I probed as well. I used the ThermaPen, the ThermaPro pen, and I think I ended up pulling. They were both at about 190 when I pulled them, and then I let them rest for a minute. But even still at 190, the Porter Road ribs, they didn't bend like I thought. I was like, man, these are going to be tough, but they wound up being more tender than the meatier ribs, the ones that was bending really well.
Yeah.
And I thought now I think if I would have left them on for 30, 45 more minutes, they probably would have been perfect. But they still came off the bone.
Yeah, they're still,
they were still tender. They were like, you just had, and I actually enjoyed the char that I had. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There was nothing burnt, but the bottom of the bones, there was areas where, because I was mopping them. I had so here's the thing, I was mopping with Big Bob's, who does the white sauce and stuff. But I had his regular barbecue sauce, which is like a Carolina style, vinegar base. I did that on the Porter Road ribs, and then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try it. Blackstone had a Caribbean jerk style. Well, it's not jerk; it just says Caribbean barbecue sauce, and it was even thinner than the regular, the others. So I just used them both as mopping sauces, man, and mopped them. So whatever sugars was in them just kind of got a little dark, but they turned out great, man. I gotta say that.
Lance was wanting to know if you did beef ribs or pork ribs. You did
pork.
Ribs.
They were pork.
Yeah.
Pork. We're good. Let's see. Randy Shifter, aka Chud.
Yeah, I did them ribs on that. I did those Santa Maria ribs that time, and I had that grate on up quite a bit, and I did them on the flat grate. That was my old Santa Maria. It didn't have the Argentine grate, and I went for about an 8 count on those, and that grate was probably another 6 inches higher than what you got that one right now, and they took about 4.5 hours to cook. But man, they were good. They got a certain flavor, unlike smoked ribs,
Covered, like.
No, ain't no cover. But I'm gonna tell you something. It did well. I coated the whole thing in bacon grease before I left to go out of town. I coated the whole thing in bacon grease and canola oil.
Yeah.
And I came back and it was fine. I didn't have.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing. It's going to be hard cleaning them Argentine grapes though.
Is it? Yeah, they were brand new when you picked them up from
Yeah.
me, man. They had never been seasoned. I never used them. You know, I had them, but I just never used them. I did use the plancha, but I liked them flat grapes. It's
Yeah.
well, I
Yeah.
mean,
I
look
think.
at it. You know, you're higher on one end and lower on the other. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
that alone can make things cook uneven. You know,
Yeah. I think.
unless you build a fire.
I think it has its place. Maybe for, you know, I don't know. I may try to do. I think it has it play. I think it would have its place. Like maybe if I did some, like if I was doing like you know, 3 or 4 birds or something,
Yeah.
maybe 4 birds on there,
Yeah.
and I kicked my fire. Like if I didn't spread my fire all the way, or maybe if I did spread my fire all the way across to where, you know,
a little bit hotter on the back end,
exactly,
you know, or a little bit higher.
yeah,
And
yeah.
did you use the drip pan for that? I don't sit on the
Yeah,
grate.
yeah, I did,
Okay.
but there towards the end, it kind of I was up under spreading the coals with my coal spreader, and
yeah,
I
that's
accidentally bumped it and it slid off. But that was the only time it ever slid off.
You really don't even have to have it. That grease just gonna fall down the pit, and all it's gonna do is help protect that metal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. Well, actually, I had started off not having it on there.
Yeah.
And I was noticing that a lot of the juice was dripping onto the door. Like it was actually coming off and dripping onto the door.
Well,
and so I had to take a rag and wipe it down.
Well, okay. In that case, you'd probably want to use it then.
Yeah. Let's see. Porterose ossobuco beef shank cuts are thinner than most others I've bought. I hadn't bought any, which that's basically just a beef shank that's been cut down, ain't it?
That's all it is.
Yep. Keenan in the house. What's up, Keenan? I got my son on the chat, man.
What's going on?
Let's see. He said, I ain't Brad. I know, I just like messing with you, man. It is what it is, man. People can say what they want. I'm still gonna mess with you because everybody else messes with you. But
Brad,
I think it's funny, man.
It can't be Brad because Brad's as busy as he is between building pits and shooting videos and editing. There ain't no way he's got the time to hang out on these.
That's the same thing I said. That's the same thing I was saying, man. But I've had a couple of people text me like, "Oh, you got Chud in your chat, this and that." And I'm like, "Chud? Who? Chud ain't in my chat." It's like, "No, that guy Randy Shifter." I had 3 different, matter of fact, 3 different people telling me that, and I was like, "Oh, whatever." You know, I mean, I'll take it for what it's worth. I mean, proof's in the pudding, and I don't see as much as he's got going on, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Smoking Joe is convinced that he is Chud himself.
Hey, could still very well be, but I just don't see the reason behind it. I really don't see the reasoning behind it.
I don't think he is.
I mean, I mean, it's not like Chud is some government official that's trying to hide his identity or something. You know what I mean? Behind smoke screens and stuff like that. It doesn't. It just doesn't make any sense to me. But whatever. It's neither here nor there. Mike Trumpet said he will see you later. Okay. 10-4. Let's see where we at. Chrissy said Joe got that started.
What's up, John?
I'm on there faded. Boot snake.
Yeah.
Cheese grits and then brisket egg roll. Yeah. Yeah, it's cheese grit. Those are fire, dude. You got to make those. What's happening? Roll Tide. John in the house. Yep. I guess I'll see. We'll see. see what kind of crazy characters we get in here off of that. Let's see if Juan Carlos from Colombia comes in or something. Yeah, Bama game wasn't worth watching. I watched hey. Where did she go?
I gotta grab a beer.
Oh,
I gotta grab a beer.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
I ain't going far, about 3 foot.
Mm.
Got my little beer fridge over here.
Chucky in the house. Chuck, I'm gonna need you to go to what is that? Party City. I need you to pick up a Chucky mask. And you're gonna start doing these live streams with a Chucky mask on.
I got one right down the street from me too, about 20 minutes away.
Chuck E. Cheese?
No, Chucky the killer.
Oh, I don't know him.
The little doll.
The doll. Okay, yeah.
Chucky the killer.
Yeah, what's up, Lance?
The little doll.
The doll. Okay, yeah.
Chucky the killer.
What's up, Lance? Somebody's got a browser open.
Hi, Russ. So, Mike, you see that second picture?
Huh?
Somebody's got a browser open.
Hold on, somebody's killing me with the echo.
See that second picture? Hello.
Okay. All right, somebody fixed it.
Hello.
You see that second picture, Mike?
Man, I'm gonna show. I've got like 5 text messages. I've got like 5. Look, it's going to continue to go off. I had to put my phone away because it was just going crazy earlier. Let's see. Oh, yeah.
The second one looks a whole lot better.
That looks good. Yeah, it looks like you got the colors down a little bit. Yeah, that looks a lot better.
Yeah, I like the second one a lot.
Hey.
They just play it. That'd be all right.
Yeah, Lance, like I was saying, just either Instagram me or text me.
Okay.
Yeah, that looks good, Lance.
Thank you, Mike.
That looks real good. I'm sorry, I've got like 5 text messages I hadn't even.
No, that's fine. I saw you look like you had company anyway. I just wanted to send you a follow-up one. I didn't like the first one.
Yeah, I had my mom and my dad over. They come over to see their great grandbaby, and it was their first time seeing her. And then my son and his old lady came over, and she'll be about ready to pop in December. We'll have to get you a trampoline and have you jumping around on a trampoline. Get that thing ready.
Very good, Chuck.
Yeah. I saw that on trumpets.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was in the background watching and all.
You're a lurker?
Yeah, I was a lurking. Now I noticed Mike, Dayton, Russ, Lance, and myself. We got the goatees and beards going on.
Yeah, I actually went and got trimmed up, man. I had to. Mine was getting wild. Yeah, you do need to trim.
So I think we need to call ourselves the bearded barbecuers.
I know somebody's already got that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, somebody already got that. Let's see, Mike. I just got my Uncle Steve seasonings. What should I try first? I got them all. Yeah, I got them all too. I hadn't tried everything. Today I used. Somebody told me to use Smoke Bomb, and what was the other one used together? I think it was Smoke Bomb and Spicier. And so that's what I put on the ribs, and then on the Bama Twinkies, I tell you what I did on the ribs. I did the competition pig rub, and then I did spicier on them. And then on the Bama Twinkies that I made, I used in the cream cheese, I used spice or smoke bomb and spicier. And then after I bacon wrapped them, I put the combination of the two on the bacon as well. I forgot to do it all the way around, so I had to kind of do it while it was in the pit. But man, I'm gonna tell you something. Them Bama Twinkies, Texas Twinkies ain't got nothing on them Bama Twinkies, son. It was, and I mean, I love Texas Twinkies. Don't get me wrong. I'm not hating on Texas Twinkies, so y'all don't kill me in the chat. Because I love them. But man, I'm gonna tell you something. You substitute that brisket and you put some fresh blue crab meat, lump crab meat.
Oh, you're talking my lingo, or you talking
Brother, I'm gonna tell you something,
lingo?
man. I am going to tell you something. It was ridiculous. It was ridiculous.
That sounds great.
Yeah, them jalapeno pop. Oh yeah. See, they all over here. They like, yeah. It was great, man. Is there any left in there? Oh,
years ago, way before YouTube and all that, I used to take a jalapeno and cut them in half and seed them out, make a boat, and I would stuff them with a crab meat, fresh blue crab, mixture in there, cream cheese and all that. And then I would batter them in I think I used breadcrumbs, or I think it was breadcrumbs, wasn't panko. I never tried panko until I started this channel, but I deep fried them. Boy, them things are good. I even took some into work, left over to the next day, and we warmed them up in this little makeshift oven we had. And they were still, man, having a fit over them. There was crab meat. You can't go wrong.
Yeah.
You didn't wrap them in bacon, Russ?
No, I deep fried these. Cool. They had a crust on them, Yeah, they were good. No, I didn't smoke them. Huh?
From the panko? You deep fried them with the panko on them. Is that what you're saying?
I didn't use panko. I used breadcrumbs, not Italian seasoned breadcrumbs, just breadcrumbs,
Right, okay.
And I can't remember if I seasoned the breadcrumbs or not. I doubt it. But all the goodness was inside, but it had that crusty exterior and all that stuff on the middle.
So I just cut the tops off, and then I took a spoon and went in there with the handle end of the spoon and just got everything out, And
so
they make a lot.
You kept them whole, Mike.
Yeah, I'll show you. And then I used
Hey Simon, how you doing, buddy?
Sure, I can get to it. Yeah, here we go.
Go Carter said.
Up, Simon.
Go.
Here we go. So then I just pipe them in.
Okay.
And I had way too much. I made way too much. And I only used about 8 ounces and 1 block of cream cheese. I had 13 very, very large jalapenos. I just did it like that.
You can eat the rest of that with crackers,
Oh yeah.
Crab meat. The crab meat's cooked.
I'm going to. Let's see. I got
What has that video come out yet, Mike?
No,
I just did it today.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I want to see that video.
And
nice.
So the crab meat was inside with your cream cheese, Mike?
yes, sir.
Okay.
Cream cheese and shredded cheese.
Yeah, buddy.
What kind of shredded you use?
I used mild cheddar.
Okay.
And I used it out of the bag. It 6 in one, half a dozen in another. Whatever. I mean, I wasn't using a bunch. I used like half of a small bag of mild cheddar.
Right.
You know, I seasoned it all up. I had to mix it up pretty well, but in a way that I still left I didn't, you know, when you go mixing crab meat, lump crab meat, it's going to break down, but I still wanted it to be able to pipe out of that bag. So I kind of had to break it down a little bit. Well, she's sitting on her knees. She always does it. But
so how did that cheddar melt? Did it melt pretty good, or?
oh yeah, it mixed in really well.
Cool.
And I will say this: I think the next time I do it, because that's the first time I've done it like that. I've always boated them.
Right.
When I do, you know, I've always boated and then wrap bacon around it or whatever. But I think the next time I do it, I'm going to use double the bacon. I will probably like lay a piece of bacon out straight like this, put the jalapeno, if I'm going to do it this way again, put the jalapeno dead center of it and then wrap it long ways and then wrap it around with another piece.
Okay.
I think because every single one of them wanted to blow out, you know. I probably could have pulled them a whole lot earlier, but I mean, all the bacon was crispy. I cooked it on 375.
Oh, really? That hot?
You know?
Santa Maria?
Yeah, because I wanted that bacon to get crispy.
Okay.
I thought you did use the Santa Maria, so I was thinking maybe that was because it was hot and fast. You know,
No, I did it on the pellet grill. I had that going, and I made queso dip, and I was thinking about throwing the rest of that mixture in with that queso dip, but I already had sausage and hamburger meat in there, and I just didn't think that would pair very well. But
yeah,
you know, it is what it is. Simon in the house, what's up? I'm slipping on the chat. Let's see.
I got a question for all you guys. I got a 16 mesh black pepper. That's a little coarse for me. And I don't want to use ground pepper. Is there something I could do to make it a less ground?
Yeah, you can. So I have a coffee grinder.
Right.
And it's got different settings on there or whatnot, but you got to really even still be careful with that. But you can dump it in there and maybe just manually just kind of pulse it.
Yeah.
You know, and just keep taking the lid off, check and see if it's where you're at. I mean, really, I only use 16 mesh on things that I'm going to be smoking for a while.
Right.
I mean, that's just me though, you know.
Yeah. See, I'm not really a pepper guy, so I mixed up my own SPG, and I use 1 part salt, 1 part pepper, 1 part garlic. Today I made up a batch to where I used 4 tablespoons of smoked paprika. So that was my SPG.
Yeah.
But the 16 mesh to me is just a little much, I think.
Yeah, I'm a paprika heavy kind of fella. I go through some paprika, man. That shit is expensive, and I go through it. I don't care.
Well, I got a big jar that I bought. You know, I got pepper, granulated garlic powder, paprika. What else I got out there?
Yeah.
You know, because I'm trying to make up my own stuff instead of buying everybody else's at $25.
Yeah. Shipping's what's killing things right now. I mean, I don't mind, you know, exploring and trying different things, but damn, man, the shipping is just killing everything.
Yeah. It is. I mean, there's only like 2 other people I want to try their rubs. One of them is Rick's. and I forget what the other one is, but isn't it Drunken Chef? Doesn't he have a set of rubs or something like that?
Yeah, he does.
I think he does. Yeah, yeah.
And I want to try his, and then after that, man, yeah, I mean, I'm with you. I like making my own. I've got several shakers in there that's got different rubs that I've made. I have to take out and and put in a bag and beat it up against the wall because it done got hard on me.
Yeah, exactly.
But
I mean, I've got so many rubs myself from different people that's what I got to do. I take a fork and I stir it around, break it up.
Guggen, I don't have that problem. As soon as I take a shower, I'm good.
Guggen, taking the Veggie and clean your nose up. That's
yeah. Barbecue jealous, man. Love that smell. I used to stand in front of them. Dude, I'm gonna tell you something. I actually have cologne that's actually called Campfire.
It smells like it.
Mm-hmm. It's expensive too. Yeah, it's expensive too. It's good stuff. It's not called Campfire. It's called By the Fireplace.
Oh, okay.
Mom.
Oh yeah.
Mom.
Hey, take this in there. Put it in that sink water. I got to do them dishes. Did you get enough to eat? Good. I think he made a to-go. I think he made a to-go thing.
Oh yeah, I'll be finishing that later.
I'll catch y'all when y'all come down.
Santa Maria, Mike.
Huh?
So you liking that Santa Maria?
Oh yeah. That's the third cook. I did some. I used the flat top attachment on there the other night and did some smash burgers. I filmed that. So I got some videos to edit, man. I'm doing another video tomorrow. I'm going to be doing turnips.
You didn't even you gotta do collards, man.
I like collards, but I'm a turnip man. I love turnips. I love turnips.
But you never even edited from the last trip home, did you? Did you finish all those? Oh,
yeah. That beef shake.
Oh, I knew you did that. I thought you still had a couple more after that.
I do, but I'm a wait on those. I move them further back down the line. They're more, one of them's more cold weather oriented, and so I'm gonna wait till it starts getting a little cool.
Yeah.
Or before I put that out. I do have, which BBQ, I seen him in the chat a minute ago. This cat right here, he just posted a video, and I haven't watched it yet, but it's a fail video. Even his thumbnail's got a big fail across the top of it.
Really?
Yeah. But I have one that I've been holding on to for a long time, and I need to get it out of my, I need to get it out and off of my, it's just been sitting there so long. It's just sitting there stagnant. I need to put it out, and it's a failed chuck roast video.
Yeah. I've never heard of this new barbecue. I've never heard of him.
BBQ, yeah, he's BBQ. That's
backyard barbecue.
Matter of fact, I had him and Trumpet mixed up like when we were in that barbecue competition, and Trumpet Master is BBQ on Instagram.
Right.
And I was like, I was thinking the whole time I'm talking to my buddy there. I'm like, no, that ain't him. I think, but BBQ, he's up there in Illinois. Y'all give me a second. I'm gonna say bye to my son and stuff like that.
Okay,
right.
sir. Okay.
So he's up there by Troy V then.
Is he?
Yeah. Troy V's in Chicago.
All right, Russ, it's your show. Let's go.
So
Mike.
Yeah. Everyday barbecue?
Yeah, everyday barbecue. Mike Nackby. Yeah, he's on the north side of Chicago.
I tell you, some of these, I wish some of these barbecuers would come out with fail cooks because it shows to people that, hey, I'm not perfect.
Yeah.
I've only had one fail video in 10 years, and that's when I burnt a hole in that pot when I was steaming
Yeah, I
crabs.
remember that. I remember that
remember
video.
that one.
Man, I hate to lose that pot. I've had that pot for a long time, and I think it was fractured. And I was in the lounge chair. I kept looking at that fire. That fire wasn't blue like it's supposed to be, and it was a lot of yellow in there. What it was, that thing was steadily leaking.
Yeah.
It leaked all the water out, and it just melted that aluminum waste. So I ended up buying that back.
Yeah, it did. I mean, that put a hell of a hole in that pot.
Yeah, I ended up buying that stainless steel Wagyu Classic, and I did a redemption video like 2 weeks after that, and those were very successful. But I need to do some more, man. I've been wanting some blue crabs.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't had any this summer. I refuse to pay that
me
money.
either. I can get them every day, and right now they're real prevalent, but I just other things going on, I should have done another crab video in August. Those kind of videos do well for me in late July and August, and barbecue just tanks,
Right,
That's why really. But I had videos I had to get out for sponsorships and all, like the pits of spits and stuff like that. So it just never happened.
Yeah. Yeah, he said, or maybe y'all already been in the chat. I don't know.
Christy has chickens.
He failed, but it's still good.
And I had to take care of a few snakes. Randy Shifter, he has a snake in his boot again.
Yeah, he got a snake in his chicken. He's got a snake in his chicken coop.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
So your son's going back to Georgia, Mike?
Huh? My son's in Georgia. Well, which one? I got one. I got a son that lives
the one
in
Dayton. The one was next to you.
Oh no, he lives down the road.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he lives down the road.
So he's close to y'all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So Russ, that I can't remember the name of it. That 4-in-1 cooker. What'd you think of it?
Oh man, that's what the video is coming out tomorrow is. I love it.
I showed my wife the picture on Facebook, but I hadn't seen the video on it yet. But
that's a thumbnail that I decided not to use. But I did that Hatch chili. I did that Hatch chili cheeseburger, and that's it behind it. But I didn't use that video or that picture. I don't think I have a copy.
I think the thumbnail you wound up that you're gonna use that one's fire. I like that.
Yeah.
The one you went with.
Let me see if I can find it. Crap. Camera's blocking everything. Let me open this one.
Yo. Wrong coop if they think they can have my chicken.
Airdrop.
I hear you.
I deleted it from my phone, so I'm having to re-airdrop it to there we go. All right, it just came through. Let me open the chat back up. Yeah, this is the one I'm going with. This is after a lot of deliberation, but that's a little wildfire right there in front.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, I saw that's the picture I saw of just a burger. It's bigger, obviously, but
yeah,
it looked like it was just raining cheese.
Yeah, I split the screen on that. I actually made that thumbnail inside of Final Cut Pro. We were talking about that the other night, so I started playing around with it, and I like it's got actually a lot more functionality than my editing software when it comes to doing things like that. But at any rate, I was able to do. I used 3 of the 4 things that 4-in-1 can do. I used, of course, the grill. I used it as a smoker. I smoked the burgers, and then I used the top of it where you can set skillets, pans, pots, whatever. And I actually made that queso in a double boiler or a makeshift double boiler that I put together because I didn't realize it, but I used the top part of the double boiler I had a long time ago in my PK smoker. Not a long time ago, about a year ago, my PK smoker, because a little thin when they sent it. I was bad about not cleaning the ash out, and it ate the bottom of that little pan out. So I used that because it was a lot heavier. And to find out that was the top part of my double boiler. My wife enlightened me about that. I'm like, oh crap. So I had to buy another one of them. So anyway, I did that, and then I used the bottom part, the pizza oven, to toast the buns. You know, I was just showing how you could do all that with one little grill there. Small footprint. It's perfect for tailgating, camping. As far as something you'd want outside and use all the time, it's very small, you know.
Is that for like a little pizza door on the bottom of it, or is that your for your fire, your fuel?
That's your ventilation for your fire. You pull that off, and now you got a pizza oven. It's got a fan on the back of it. You close the lid, you turn the vent off, you turn that fan on, and it creates pressure in there, and it forces all the smoke or heat. I'm sorry, all the heat. It runs through the fire. You'll see some clips tomorrow just how hot that thing can get. It can get up to 1,100 degrees in that pizza zone, you know.
Hey, George, how you doing, buddy?
Like the Smoke Daddy, when you turn on that convection fan, it pushes everything down. It will balance back out, but it takes it a while. The bottom will run hot for 5 minutes maybe, and it'll start. You can see the heat temperatures because it's got 3 gauges on it. It finally starts coming back up, but
yeah. This one will sit there and maintain that as long as you want it to, and heats up quick. The whole interior is cast aluminum, and you know how cast aluminum can hold and retain heat, about like cast iron.
Yeah.
So I really didn't put enough charcoal in it when I first did it, but I've never used it, so I banked some off to the side. And I actually first had it in the video, but the video was running longer than what I wanted, so it wasn't no big deal. I put like 3 or 4 more little pieces on there after the fact just to bump it up to where I wanted it at. I said, well, heck, man, I was worried about it getting too hot because it's so small, you know?
Right.
Well, you keep saying small. I mean, can you get a 15, 16-inch pizza, or is there 9-inch pizzas?
I'd have to measure it. Hang on, no,
that's all right, Russ. That's all right.
Yeah.
I was just curious.
Yeah, I don't know. You could probably do a 10-inch pizza in it.
Okay.
Because the top grate is 15 inches.
Okay.
It's 17 inches to the outside walls, and then you'll see it on the video. Then you got a 15-inch grate, and the bottom is as big as. Actually, you could do a 12-inch pizza in it, no problem.
Yeah.
You should be able to do a 12-inch.
Well, and that's really, I mean, unless you're having a bunch of people over, man, you really don't need a whole lot.
But they sell these little unis and things like that knock these pizzas out. But this is that. Plus, it's a whole lot more. Yeah,
man. I bet you could do a hell of a shrimp scampi on that thing.
Oh yeah, it's also got a Sato grate that can swing over the fire and let down, and you got 3 levels that you can raise and lower that.
Hey, Troy, how you doing, buddy?
When I first seen it, I said, man, this is perfect for like SCA competitions. You could do your front sear, then raise that up on that Asado grill to get your center where you want it, I didn't talk about that in the video. I wish I would have, but anybody that's in there in the SCA, they'll pick up on that.
Right.
Troy V.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I'll end up doing a pizza on it next, and then probably maybe another cook. Maybe do 3 videos on that's on be all she wrote. But I've never seen nothing quite like it. It looks funny, man. It looks like R2D2 or something.
Yeah, it does. It does.
My dogs are going crazy tonight.
But
hey,
very
Trumpet,
functional.
how you doing, man?
Oh.
Trumpet, what's happening, brother? Hey. They are playing so hard. Can y'all hear that?
Yeah,
No,
I hear
not
something.
really.
I can.
Yeah.
Mine's laying down here, passed out.
Well, one of them's inside. She don't do much playing, but I got my boxer and this little Chiweenie, man. They play so hard, man. My boxer has this, she got a white shirt, and all right here is all red. It's always spotty red, this and that, because that little Chiweenie will bite the shit out. They play hard.
Right.
And Chiweenie thinks she's just as big as my boxer.
Oh, here's a little preview to the intro if you want to see it.
Let's see. Front and center, Russ. Front and center.
Oh, okay, cool.
I turned the audio off so it didn't kill my headphones here, AirPods.
Yeah,
That's
it.
Said,
coming tomorrow. Video.
That's coming up tomorrow at 9 a.m.
Cool. Another one I'll have to check off my list.
Yeah, I like to watch that one. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, some good cheap stuff, man. Some good cheap stuff. If you want good cheap bourbon, that's the route to go.
Buffalo Trace.
Buffalo Trace. You can't beat it. Like my son, he came over with a cigar and he was like, "You want to smoke a cigar?" And I was like, "Yeah." So I went and got me a cigar out of my little cigar humidor thing. And and I was like, "You want something to drink?" And he was like, "Yeah." So I popped the top on some good stuff, poured us a little, probably about 2 fingers a piece, and then we brought the Buffalo Trace out with us. But to be honest with you, I mean, shit, I preferred the Buffalo Trace over the more expensive stuff.
Right.
I mean, it's hard to beat when you got something that's been done right, and it's what, $24.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it's just
For that size bottle.
well, yeah, for that size bottle. It's just, I mean, normally I have 2 or 3 of these because, I mean, it's just hard to beat, man. Like the only other one, like if I can't get Buffalo Trace, then I'll just do like Wild Turkey 101 because it's a good, cheap. It's tried and true. It's just good. You know what I mean?
Wild Turkey, that's OG.
Yeah, that brings back memories. When you said that, I was like, "Wow, I haven't had that in so long."
Yeah, I keep a bottle of Wild Turkey 101, and I keep bottles of Buffalo Trace. Only thing is here in Alabama, so everything is so restricted. Like Alabama liquor laws are just stupid. It's not like Texas, and I'm not sure. Mississippi's not even like this. So like say I own a mom and pop liquor store, okay? ABC store regulates everything that everybody else gets. Like ABC store orders for the whole state. ABC liquor orders for the whole state. Where are y'all at? Oh, all right. Yeah. They order for the whole state, all right, and whatever they have left over goes to all the mom and pop places. So if a mom and pop place puts, say, I put an order in for some Buffalo Trace or some Angel's Envy or something like that, I may or may not get any. But if I do, it may only be 2 bottles of this or 2 bottles of that, maybe 1 bottle of Angel's Envy, and it's just hard to get now. What I will say is Buffalo Trace, and you just got done hearing me talk about Buffalo Trace and its price and everything else. In order to buy this at the ABC State Liquor Store, it's only once a month.
Really?
And you can only buy 2 bottles of it. It's considered allocated. And there's a list.
So you get 2 bottles.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you something. The morning of the allocated day, because they have it's a thing, man. If you there will be people lined up around the block to get in to because that's when they put a lot of stuff out, like a lot of your
Franklin's eat your heart out.
Is that all booze or just certain ones?
It's just certain ones.
Okay.
So like Blanton's, for example, like in order for me to get Blanton's, I'm either going to pay $120 for the bottle at a mom and pop place, or I can wait till an allocated day and go to the state store and wait in line and get me a bottle or 2 bottles. Hey, that's the thing with allocated stuff. You can buy two bottles of the same stuff, or you can buy 1 bottle of one allocated item and 1 bottle of another allocated item. But you can only buy 2 bottles per person. So in order for me to get like 4 bottles of Buffalo Trace, I'd have to have my wife or something like that.
Right.
You know,
run over the state line and get it here.
Yeah. And that's the reason why, like, a lot of times, like if I'm in Dallas, if I'm flying through Dallas, they got a little liquor store and one of their wings at the airport at George Bush. And I will go there and see what they have, because a lot of times they have really good deals that's cheaper than what I could get here. And so I can throw a bottle or 2 in my carry-on and just keep it moving. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think it was not the last time, but the time before that, I flew through Dallas and I ended up getting a bottle of.
They have a liquor store at the airport where you.
Oh yeah.
While you're waiting for your connecting flight.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's that. Yeah, Houston, where I normally fly out of, they've got several.
Really?
They have several of them. Yes, and
because you slip that into your carry on because you ain't got to go through security no more.
Yeah,
you're already good to go. Yeah,
exactly. It's called duty free, and I know during COVID, unless you were flying international, they wouldn't let you purchase. Like when you go to check out, you have to show your ticket, you know.
Okay.
But,
I flew through Atlanta going to Wisconsin. They might have had one, but not on the wing where I was at.
In Virginia, you can buy, or you used to, I haven't been here, you can get beer and all that in your like little quick shops, like Little Sue's or 7-Elevens.
Yeah.
Get all that stuff.
Yeah.
Well, it's just like, you know, I mean, you can go, like, say you got an hour to wait before you're going to board your next flight. You can go to, you know, Hard Rock or something like that, or Papados or something like that. Get you a bite to eat. And you can get you a mixed drink or whatever, and you can have them put it into a to-go cup, and you can board the plane with it. You know.
Yeah.
We're talking about
what about in Alabama? I know here in Mississippi, they only can sell liquor in liquor stores. Like in Louisiana, you can go into a convenience store, you can buy beer or booze.
Yeah.
But here in Mississippi, they have what they call a liquor store that's regulated through the state on prices and all that. And that's all they sell is liquor. They can't sell beer.
Yeah, the only thing you're gonna find in a gas station here is going to be like them little. You ever seen them little balls? Like it'll be, I think they're called booze balls or something, and they're potent. They're like, I'm wanting to say they're like 14% alcohol. It's like 2 shots per ball, but like they got like mudslide, or they got, you know, some kind of watermelon or something. That's the only thing you're gonna find other than beer.
Okay.
That's what you need, Mike, right there.
What's that?
Apple pie shine.
Oh, I've got 4 big containers of shine in my freezer in my garage right now.
Yeah, that's what I keep this in my freezer next in my little fridge, and then I got a bunch out in the big fridge. And
Yeah, the only I've got orange dreamsicle, I've got a watermelon, I got an apple pie, and I got a peach cobbler one. And there's a red one. It's some kind of strawberry something, but
really,
I have clear, and that's the only one that I really like. That other stuff's just too sweet, man. I like that clear, man.
I got a jar of clear out in the fridge.
It
We were
sounds like
talking about an
Iowa.
ABC store earlier, Mike. Back in my teenage years, we went on a camping trip, and we didn't know where we are. We left work, ended up to Harpers Ferry, West Virginia, and we pulled over, and there was this park, and it said camping. So we pulled off, went down this dirt road where you can go. We thought you'd go camping. Didn't have nothing says you couldn't. So next morning we wake up, sure enough, park police are in there, and we're up fishing. And we had all these bottles of booze, these fifths of booze and everything. And they came in and took all of our booze from us, arrested one of the guys because he'd never bought a fishing license.
Oh, Lord.
He was arrested for possession of a fishing pole without a license, confiscated all of our booze. And we went to get him, bail him out, put our money together to get her to bail him out. And the jail was on top of a ABC store. So I thought, when you said ABC, I said, wow, that's another one, another flashback. Because I don't go to Virginia for nothing, but there are ABCs in there, at least West Virginia anyway. But yeah.
So you were down off of 340, Lance?
Down where? I couldn't tell you, Chuck. It was Harpers Ferry, West Virginia. And
that's down off of 340 there.
It was a state park, and what the guy told us, first he told us you couldn't camp here. So
really?
sign said you could camp here. That's why we pulled over to camp. But it was the middle of the night. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
So
in West Virginia.
After they confiscated everything, he says you can't camp here. So it was a holiday weekends. We went riding around trying to follow their campsites. We couldn't find one. And they told us, someone at one of our campsites said, go back to here. So we went back to here. And what the guy did, the damn ranger didn't tell us that if we drove through the town where the canal was and everything.
Right.
You could go down there where the coal mine trains are and camp right on the freaking river right there.
Yeah.
We weren't even 5 minutes away from where you were allowed to camp. I guess he just had a case of the ass because where we were. I mean, we truly did not know. And he should have known by seeing all the bottles of booze that they took from us that was already opened up. I guess he just didn't believe us. But
yeah, Randy talking about specs. And look, let me tell you something, Randy. I was in Channelview. I was in Channelview in a house. I was staying with a buddy of mine who had a house in Channelview while I was out there working. I was there for a little over a year, and I was always in Specs, man. Specs is dope. But to me, they're still a little high. I mean, compared to the state store. Compared to the state store here in Bama, they're still a little high, but you're right, they have everything. I mean, they even got a big humidor in there. If you whatever cigar you want, they probably got it. Specs is awesome. I will say that. Let's see. Newbie Q says up here we don't have much of an issue getting booze. Yeah, Alabama's just stupid when it comes to liquor. But you can go to like Costco and stuff like that. You can get. I mean, they sell all that. They sell everything you need as well, but it's still at an upcharge,
Right. Mike, that's a good whiskey, by the way.
What's that?
The Smoky Peach.
Smoky Peach. Well, somebody was talking about Old Granddad. I love Old Granddad.
Well, boy, that's pretty cool. Check that out. That new ISO, I put this widget on there. I'm wearing these AirPods, and it tells me how much % without having to sit. Russ's AirPods.
Yeah, Android already does that. It already.
You know how mine have went dead.
Right.
Because,
right.
I mean, we've always been able to put them in the holder and then open it, and then the phone will tell you where it's at. But it's right there on the.
Now,
big
what
screen.
phone is that, Russ?
That's the iPhone 12, the 12 Pro Plus.
Right,
There.
because I've got a i10.
Yeah, my wife's got the 10. She can't update to this ISO. I'm gonna have to get her a new phone here.
I don't know. Mine's been updating left and right, so I don't know what what I got.
She said she couldn't get to ISO 16, which is the latest update. That's what she told me.
Well,
she's got the smaller 10, but I think it is I don't know. I just know it's a 10.
Right.
I want the 14, but the 16 will probably be out before I update again. These phones are ridiculous, man. How much they cost, you know?
I'm telling you, man, they're crazy as hell.
Well, see, I got an update now, and that's the 15.7.
Okay.
So I'm getting to the 16s.
Yeah, I don't know that you'll be able to put the 16 on there though. It's kind of like my iMac. I cannot put the newest ISO on my iMac. It's too old of a computer.
Randy and Christy, I was kind of close to Iguana Joe's. I was down. Let's see. I'm on my maps now, trying to see exactly where it was. I know that Mexican restaurant, Iguana Joe's, I used to go to hit. So yeah, I'm gonna tell you exactly. It was off of Dale Street. It was a 2-story house. It was a nice house. It was kind of close to the school. What school is that? McMullen. It was basically like 3 blocks. Chestnut Lane. That's where I was. That's where I was staying. Yeah, kind of close to the Beltway. Like I said, it was off Dale on Chestnut. Right like 3 blocks from the school.
Are AirPods compatible with Android? I thought that's an Apple product.
Yeah, AirPods you can use on Android.
Can you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Basically, I've got 2 earbuds down here that when I go on the road and all, I talk on. But they're linked up to my iPhone now, but I had them linked up to my Android before.
Well, that's true. I used to use some wireless. It was like a headband thing I used to work out with years ago. And and my iPhone could pick it up, no problem. It was just Bluetooth.
They're not that big, but
they're just Bluetooth. Bluetooth is Bluetooth, right?
There they are. There it is.
Yeah.
I got 2 of them. They're identical, and when one runs out of battery, I go to the other and I charge it up.
I would love to know what's really behind you, because when you move, I can see the outline kind of distorting.
Yeah, I know. I got it set to where it kind of blocks everything out. Yeah. I mean, if you look, I don't even have a chair behind me.
Yeah, that's true.
That's his.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna. I gotta get some. I don't really like the inner ear earbuds. I don't.
Right.
I don't like it. It makes my ears hurt. I need to get me a good set of some headphones.
Yeah.
What I need to get.
See, these are good and comfortable, but I wear glasses and they press against the frame of the glasses, and after a while it starts aggravating me, hurting, whatever you want to call it.
I want to go back to a headphone so I can use my Blue Yeti microphone sitting over here, because when I try to use that in combination with these, it's like it's an echo. I can't use them. Not with these.
Right. Now, see, I got the headset in the computer, And the only thing I
Your face
use
is
the Yeti for is just to
How's your
talk.
face hurt?
Yeah.
You know.
Well, yeah, me too. But the problem is these AirPods have a built-in mic with them.
Oh,
and
really?
I can't seem to isolate it from the Blue Yeti, even though when you come into StreamYard, it asks you which mic do you want to use. It's still coming through, you know.
Right. Well, see, I only use this one.
Yeah, something's wrong with the ones I got. I got some inner ear, and I can't even. Something happened with them, so I can't even talk on the phone with them no more. I can hear, but I can't. Something's wrong with the microphone. So
yeah, I got this good microphone here, but I'm not able to use it until I get some more headphones.
Yeah, see, you got the black one. I've got a silver one.
Yeah.
Is that what you were talking on, or were you talking on the phone when we were talking, Mike?
Huh?
Were you just talking on the phone, or did you have the buds in then?
No, I just said my mic doesn't work on them. I can't.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Okay. They've been messed up.
So you were on the phone.
So the only time I use them is like if I'm watching something. If I'm just watching something.
That was a serious mic, Russ. That was huge. I think it's huge.
What's my best advice to smaller and new channels? My daggum camera's right away. I've been watching you for years. I still need to make some Biloxi bacon. My best advice would be to learn editing, get used to talking in front of a camera, really be able to produce good videos right out of the gate. Mine sucked to high heaven when I first started.
This guy gets crazy views on his videos, though. I've watched his channel.
Who?
Guggen?
Guggen Barbecue?
I'll have to look you up, man.
Am I subscribed?
Yard Night.
Unless there's more than one of them. I mean, this guy's getting crazy views on his videos.
No, that's Guggen, not Googa Lance.
No, Guggen.
No, he's only got 86 subscribers.
Really?
Yeah, this isn't the Guga that you're thinking of, Lance.
No, I thought it was Guggen or Guggen.
Yeah, Guggen Barbecue.
I can't even find it. I'm finding Guggen Squad.
No, he is. He's getting some good views.
Oh, there he is right here.
I don't know. I mean, whatever you're doing, I would keep it up because I'm not even getting views like that, brother.
Just killed my AirPods.
I mean, he's getting thousands, right?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to
6.5K 2 weeks ago.
Wow.
1.8K 3 weeks ago.
I'd like to get at least 200 on mine.
That's crazy. Anywhere near that, I'd be happy as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
Yep. I don't, one of them is on Ryobi Log Splitter Review, Offset Smoker.
Oh, that's one of them battery operated ones, huh?
And then Walmart Tomahawk Steak. Is it any good? That was 2 weeks ago. 6,500.
That's pretty good views for a channel that small.
Yeah.
That's the one I watched, the Walmart Tomahawks.
Really?
Okay.
So whatever you're doing, keep doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, unless I will say this, unless you're using like a Sprizzy or Google AdSense or something, in that case, I would tell you stop before you ruin yourself like I did, because I'm suffering because of that right now. I've almost got 1,000 subscribers and my watch hours are way, 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 way low because of it. So if that's what you're doing, I would stop. But if not, keep doing what you're doing. Because
no, I think that was the only video that's gotten that kind of views. I think is what he titled it.
Yeah, it could be.
That's the kind of video a lot of people click on. Because everybody goes to Walmart, right?
Yeah, for sure. Russ, how can I get more people interested in my food videos than my really insane, ridiculous good looks? Well, nobody knows how good looking you are because you don't never show it.
Man, I wish I had a storehouse of information, but I got in early. You know, I built my channel before there was this influx of all these channels. There was a lot of competition out there.
Yeah.
Which really makes it harder and harder. It's even harder for me to try to keep up with what I used to do. I used to do better, you know, which I've been on a while. People get tired of looking at me. I'm getting older, you know. I mean, I can make up excuses all day long, but truth is, it's just overran with channels. You got so many choices out there. Every time a channel pops up, there's an opportunity for you to lose more viewers, you know, especially when you got some channels that pop up that do very well, like Chud's as an example.
Right.
You know, all of a sudden, man, people's focus go over there. They're no longer watching you, you know. So,
well, see, the thing about it is, like you, Russ, you know, you're OG barbecuer, and then I got Joe, who's OG, and then Joe comes up with these competitions to where Lance and Mike pop in, Trumpet, George, John, you know, all these guys.
Yeah.
So now I got, you know, not only the OG barbecuers that I've subscribed to, but now I've got the newbies, so to speak.
Yeah.
No offense, you guys. But you know, my list has grown. I'm almost 200
yeah. Well,
whatever the hell you call that crap. Where you
I'm subscribed to quite a few channels, but do I watch every video they do? No. I don't have time to watch every video.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
And,
well, see,
and that's just like me. I have I have over 250,000 subs. If everybody that watches my videos, I'd be a rich man right now. But they don't. A small percentage actually watch. Most of my 80% of my views come from non-subscribers.
Yeah.
Weekly. You know, they hit that subscribe button. They never.
To be honest with you, I watch all 3 of your videos all the way through.
All 3 of them?
All 3 of you.
Oh, I thought you said all 3 of my videos.
No, believe me, I'm caught up on your video back, you know, past and present.
Oh,
you got your die-hard followers, and let me tell you, over the years, 10 years is a long time to be on YouTube. The people that used to comment and all that stuff, you kind of get to know all their names and who they are. Next thing you know, you got new ones coming in. Then you no longer hear from these. What I see today, nobody from way back then is even watching my videos. You know, it's kind of like watching your favorite TV show. It gets old after a while. They find somebody more interesting to them at that point in time. Then, believe it or not, they'll leave them one day and move on. You know, it just keeps shifting around and moving around. It's just the nature of it. It's kind of like I compare it to TV. Really, it's better than TV in a way because there's people finding you for the very first time. You know, whereas TV, they advertise that everywhere. Everybody knows when a new show is coming out or whatever on a certain network, or they used to. There's so many channels now, nobody can keep up with it. But you know what I'm saying,
right?
You know, but
I mean, I'm pretty well. I know I'm caught up on Lance and Mike on their videos. You I finally caught up with.
Yeah.
There's like Joe. Joe still has a few videos that I haven't watched yet that I've been slowly trying to, you know, take care of.
Yeah. Well, that's good. You know, unfortunately, like with YouTube, to really make decent money with it and have a big channel, it requires a lot of views. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people.
Right.
And it's not easy. If people get into YouTube thinking it's going to be, oh man, yeah, let me learn how to do this. And then they find out real soon it's not as easy as what they thought, you know. Not at all. It takes a lot of dedication. When I did it, I said I'm in it for the long haul, whether I do well or not, because I enjoy doing it, you know.
Right.
And that's the way it started off. I was 6 months into this before I even realized you can make any money with it. I didn't know you can make money with YouTube videos. I was just having fun with it, you know. And now I'm retired, and this is my only income, you know.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, you know, I go and once in a while I'll comment to you, Russ. I'll comment to Lance and Mike once in a while. You know. And that helps your all's channel also, the comments.
well, what that helps is the interaction within the video sparks the algorithm to where they'll be more.
Oh, really?
When you hit like and when you comment, and if you get a lot of that interaction going on, YouTube's algorithm looks at that and says, oh, wait a minute, we might have a good video here. The next thing you know, they start recommending it. And if it keeps going bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, then they're going to recommend it more and more and more and more. You know, that's basically how it works. So
when they see more interaction, then YouTube kind of promotes that video.
Exactly. If it's slow, that's why it's very important to figure out what's the best day and the best time to post. Because if you can do it at a day and a time where it really comes out of the gate screaming, and if it can hold that for any amount of time, that video is liable to do very well, you know, or do good. And if it don't, let's say you post something at 2 a.m. in the morning, everybody's asleep, you know, the largest percentage of my views come from the USA. Right. That I know from the analytics. I mean, I get views all over the world. Everybody does, but 78 to 80% come from out here in the U.S. So if I catch it at a peak time for me, then my odds are better that it's going to take off better. And if it takes off better, if you can hang on to that, you know, if it don't just plummet as quick as it lit off, you're always going to get your people that watch you all the time. That's going to be your most views out of the gate. But if it's a certain subject, and kind of like that Walmart video he did, you know, for his size channel, he was getting a lot of action on it, obviously, right out of the gate. So it was able to get 6,000, you know, over 6,000 views. And for the channel that size, that's a lot of views.
That's
you know?
Now,
yeah.
You three, how do you feel? What is the best time to post a video? Now, I post all mine at 9 a.m. Eastern.
Well, I've been playing around with it. I used to post on Sundays and Mondays only for a long, long time. And I always seem to do better later in the afternoons. But last Sunday, I posted at 9 a.m. And that video, I mean, it's up to 7,000 views, which is not good. But there again, my views are down this time of the year, you know. But it's the best video I've done in the last few. So I said, I'm going to try it again tomorrow. And if I get similar results, I might just keep posting on Sunday for a while, or a little bit earlier, and throughout the day as people wake up, because a lot of people are off on Sundays, you know, and school's back in, and you know, I think this time of the year maybe coming up, a lot of people will be more out to catch it, is what I'm trying to say. But that's anybody's guess as to what is the best time for you, but definitely not like it. The worst time, in my opinion, would be somewhere like 10 p.m. on a Sunday night.
Right.
Go to work the next day. I mean, you're going to come out stinking up like a whirlwind, you know. But it really, there's a lot of things that dictate that, but you just kind of got to figure it out for yourself on that, you know.
Trumpet, check out my Instagram reel. You'll see what I cooked on it today.
Yeah, I don't have all this all-knowing knowledge on for anybody. I mean, I struggle every day trying to figure out how to get mine at least back where it used to be, you know. What got me up to the size that I am, you know.
The guy that y'all hear on my little intros for my lives and my outros on my lives, and I think my outro on my last video, he in the house right now, Ace Boogie. That's the family right there, man. That's what's up, bro. If you want to make me a barbecue theme song, awesome. I would for sure take you up on that. For sure.
Right. Triple B.
Nah, matter of fact, since he's on here, he can see This is let's see. This is him here.
Starting to feel like home. Ain't gonna sing, cry about it, no boo-hoo. Life was never what it seemed, buddy, who knew? I can tell the real from the fake, smell a snake a mile away.
But yeah, that's just a little sample.
I was getting down to that, Mike. Why'd you stop?
He's dope. He's you know, hometown guy right there, man. Actually known that guy for a long time when he was a little kid.
He a Roll Tider too?
No, he grew up in the same neighborhood as basically. I mean, I got a brother that's I mean, he's as close as you can be without being blood. Named Donald, and they grew up they lived in the same neighborhood for a long time.
Oh, okay.
So
who's the fella that plays the guitar in the beginning of yours, Russ?
Oh, I've told this story a bunch of times, but I used to work with a guy named Chad Parker. He was a NT inspector. He would check welds, pipe welds, you know, all kind of different non-destructive testing and all that. Well, he writes songs and plays music on the side. And he come in there one day where I was at, you know, and he goes, "Hey, man," he goes, "if I was to make you an intro for your videos, would you shoot me a music video, you know, of him?" I'm like, "Yeah, man, sounds good." Before I could even get home, he already had a little jingle put together, that Smoky Ribs intro. And he told me he knew a lot of guys up there in Nashville. He said, "This is going to cost you a little bit of money, but not too bad." He goes, "I think it's $250. I can take the music you just heard, and I can get the studio musicians up in Nashville to lay down each track for that."
Really?
And they did. And to find out, man, I used to know all the names, but bass player, guitar player, drums, they come from bands like Montgomery Gentry, Gary Allen Band. Every one of them was from a well-known band. And they do that on the side just to make extra money. And they lay down their track, little 40-second riff there, and they're done, you know. And and they sent it all back to him, composed and put together. He put his vocals on it and sent it to me. I used it for a long, long time with his vocals. Then more, you know, since then I just kind of play the music a lot of times at the beginning, sometimes. But that guitar playing, that's the video actually shot of him. That's from an excerpt of the music video. And we were talking about that intro. And he's like, he couldn't even remember how to play it because it'd been a few years. And we never could agree on a place to do it at. Finally, he found a place. And so I had to play him a video so he could hear it again. He goes, "Oh, okay." Down, 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 down. He's sitting there playing it, and I'm sitting there shooting it with a camera. And I'm like, I'm going to use that on the intro, you know.
Yeah, that's a hell of an intro. Mike, I'm still waiting for you to send me the contract so we can get together.
Hey, Randy, Randy, I knew about the bearded butchers thing, but what happened with that guy can cook? That's what I'm wondering.
Who is that? This guy can cook. I don't even know who it is.
That guy can cook. He's a trained chef. Well, to hear him talk, he's got a good channel. I like watching his channel. But I wonder what happened with that. I knew about the bearded butchers, but I didn't know anything about.
There's a lot of channels I've never heard of.
That one came out again. I'm getting that repeat. I don't know if there's like a part 2 to it or what.
What are you talking about?
The bearded butchers and Chud.
I don't know. I mean, I know all about that, but I was wondering about that guy can cook channel.
Yeah, T-Roy, he come out with his song about the time I was about done with mine. I used mine for about 3 years, and then I started. It ran too long, you know. It's short form content started taking over. I said, I got to get rid of this intro. It's just too long, you know.
Yeah, Randy, what did he do? Did he talk shit, or y'all coming to attack him, or what? What's going on there? He said it's in the works now.
You need to get Randy Shifter to click your link Let's see if it's what it looks like. He's got to have a phone. Click that link, Randy.
What are you talking about?
Get him on the live feed.
Oh,
Yeah.
he won't.
Come on up. Come on, Randy.
Yeah, we want to talk to you.
Be easy.
He ain't gonna come on.
Be easy.
Or are you really chud?
Type it up. With a real chud, please stand up. Please stand up.
Prove it once and for all.
Yeah, really.
Prove it.
But
prove us wrong.
Randy, I didn't realize I was already a member of that the group on Facebook, but it was with my private Facebook profile. I just signed up with my Triple B's profile or whatever. Hell, give me some subscribers, my brother. Put me out there. I actually just posted a reel on there. Oh, let's see. Yeah, man. We've been live for an hour and 45 minutes.
Really?
Yeah. I'm going to give it.
Hour and 40 minutes. I got 8:40 on my clock.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Mr. Randy.
There we go.
Hey, Judd. I mean, Randy.
that ain't good.
I told you I'm not chud. I told you I'm not chud. Sorry, man. I'm using my phone, so it's kind of a quality ain't that good.
Oh, it's all good. I'm on my tablet.
It all works, dude. It all works.
Yep. I'm on my tablet. Hell yeah.
So what? I mean, what question do I want to ask? You want to ask about Chud? Because we run the Chud's Barbecue Pitmasters around there. All we do is you try to promote. The smaller barbecue pit channels. Bring the smoke. All those guys. We try to promote them.
That's what's up. I know that group.
You have you guys on board too,
Yeah, I know that group blew up pretty quick.
Yeah, I mean we're like 1,000 people a day or something like that right now.
Really?
That's what's up. That's what's up. So give me the skinny on that guy can cook. What do y'all got to go to his comments for?
Well, he's moving from Colorado to Austin. So, Dad asked us, since he moved to Austin, to do a little collaboration with him or whatever. And
yeah, maybe he can have Chud hit the refrigerator.
Yeah, I don't know if you've seen his last video, but he brought the refrigerator with him to Austin.
Yeah, I did.
He got in the backyard. He goes out there and drop kicks it.
Yeah. That's just hilarious, man. Sometimes he'll fall on the floor or he'll hurt himself or something. He'll be crawling back up and he'll be like, that's it. I love you. I'm out.
Yeah, that's it. The psychos.
Yeah, I love it, man. I love it.
My channel, I don't have nothing, I just have some bullshit about, blasting pumpkins with a shotgun and stuff. But, my barbecue pit, my barbecue channel, that's, hopefully that's a thing that's going to take off pretty soon. I got something going on with Al, with Eat More Vegans, and, Joe from Bring the Smoke channel.
Okay.
Yeah, so the 15th, I think I'm going to go to Corpus Christi and sit in with Al.
Yeah. That's him.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm subscribed. I didn't even know it.
Yeah, because I told you on my last live, I was talking about him.
Okay.
And you went on there and subscribed.
Okay.
Hell yeah, that's what's up. That's some pretty. I know. What's that one dude? The dude with the red hair. He's got the red painted hair.
Yeah, that's Al Wasserberger with Eat More Vegans. I actually won. Me and Christy both won Dow Strong knives from him on his live chat. He had
really?
Jeffrey Earnhardt there, and
I tell you what, that dude, he came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
He came out of nowhere and just started doing numbers. I was like, damn. But I think he got like a whole crew. I wonder what he does on the side because he just, I mean, he just kind of came out of nowhere. It's just like a blind side. Just
You talking about that vegan, eat a vegan guy?
eat more vegans.
I hear he's just loaded with money for one thing, you know. But,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The video with him and Brad Robinson was hilarious. I mean, they made sausage.
Yeah, it was. Even the thumbnail was hilarious.
Awkward,
the thumbnail was enough for me to click on. I was like, okay, that's crazy.
yeah.
They had like Lady in the Tramp, but they both had one end of a sausage.
oh yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I ain't no way I'd do that. That don't
Who's
look
that?
right.
Him and Chud?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he wanted to do I think it was a cheeseburger. Was it a cheeseburger sausage or something like that? So he went over to Chudge to see a master at work or whatever.
Yeah.
I just got my Meat the Maker, my 0.5 horsepower grinder, and my sausage stuffer and everything. So hopefully, that goes well. Like I said, I mean, I support all y'all. I support every channel, but I also want to kind of start my own thing up eventually. This whole welding inspection thing, that pays the bills, but it ain't my my favorite thing to do.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You say you do or don't have a channel right now? Do you have a barbecue channel?
Yeah, I don't have nothing going on right now.
I think you said he's
let us
working
know
on it, Russ.
when you do though. Huh?
I think you said he's working on it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, Russ, I'm definitely working on it. Hopefully someday it takes off.
Somebody,
First time
whoever that
ever
was,
on YouTube right now, so
who was that asked? Somebody had asked something about going back through. Okay, yeah. Still the no, that's not it.
We didn't
There was one of them that was somebody was asking Russ. I want to say they was asking Russ about smaller, smaller channels and this and that.
I
and what
think
to do.
I think that might have been a couple after that one, Mike.
So I was gonna say, to be honest with you, what I did, I mean, to just piggyback off of what Russ said, dude, every chance that I could get that I was by myself, I would turn my camera on and I would just start talking, trying to come up with, like acting like just kind of like, just acting like I was going through a cook or something like that, just to get myself more comfortable with talking to a camera. I'm a lot better now than what I used to be, but even then, if you got pretty good editing skills, which I didn't to start off with, I was told to press record and just do your thing, and everything else will come afterwards. But but I will say, after my first probably 3 videos, and I don't have some kind of extensive, Lance, how many videos do you have?
Just over 100.
See, I've only got like maybe 40. I don't even think I have 40, but I did take a hiatus and started learning the editing program that I did have. It was just an app because I do everything on I don't have a computer or nothing like that. Everything's done with my phone and my tablet. So the editing software that I did use, I made sure to play around with it and just try to do everything. I mean, you'd be amazed. I'm still finding out things Now I've been through about 4 or 5 editing apps, now. But I think I'm pretty set on the one that I'm on, which I'm using CapCut. If you're wondering, I'm using CapCut.
Smoking Joe, I'm not Brad. I told you.
Oh, is he in the chat? Oh, there he goes. Yeah. Look,
Hey,
we got
Joe, how you
we got
doing,
Randy
buddy?
Shifter on, aka
Yeah.
Brad.
I'm not Brad. I told you. Look, I'm still trying to figure out lighting in my living room just so y'all can see me.
Joe, those Instagram photos you've been posting, they look darn good, buddy.
But yeah, I mean, going back to it, I would say just record a cook, man. Who cares if it's 30 minutes long? It's going to take you forever to upload the damn thing, but I mean, who cares? I mean, my first few videos was 20, 30 minutes long, but then when I started watching people like, actually, to be honest with you, just watching Netflix and watching how their transitions are from one scene to the next, and then watching other cooking channels on YouTube, seeing how they do things. I started figuring out in my own editor how I could do a lot of that stuff. And I still got a lot to learn, don't get me wrong, but jump cuts. Who's the king of jump cuts?
Chud.
There you go, right there. And I'm gonna tell you something. It took me forever. For it to actually sink into my head. He was talking on a live one time, and somebody had asked him about editing, and he said something about, man, if you notice in my videos, I edit everything. He said, I don't even want to hear, you'll never hear me even take a breath. And I was like, you know what? And they kind of rung something to me, and you'll still hear me take a breath in my videos. But at the same time, it just, damn, he's trimming off way more. So it made me feel like I was just late. No, it made me feel like I was just lazy editing. So I needed to be more proactive in my edit. And so that's what I started doing. So I started getting better at that. And then like I watched Russ and I started paying attention to stuff that he does and how he'll throw up, some, every so often you'll see he'll throw up like some dialogue. It'll just kind of pop up. So I started doing that. And then after a while, I got to thinking, well, I wonder if I start putting some sound behind that dialogue that pops up real quick. So I started doing some swooshes every time. And then if you notice in my videos here lately, every time I go from one scene to the next, you'll hear a swoosh as well. It's just different little things that you start picking up on everybody else's stuff that you can kind of incorporate in your own. And you don't have to feel like you're stealing from somebody. It's learning. You're learning different things. And you wind up turning it. And at the end of the day, you wind up having your own style anyways.
Yeah. You're never going to duplicate exactly what somebody else does, but I cannot stress the importance of shooting a lot of B-roll. I'm talking about food shots, candy shots, of the really good looking shots. And that's one reason I keep my older videos. If I'm sitting there talking, the worst thing you do is stand there in front of that camera the whole time and just look at it and talk. People get bored in a hurry. So whatever you're talking about, try to throw some footage over yourself to show what you're talking about. If you're referring to an older video you did, show a clip from that older video. And then, just have plenty of B-roll at hand where you don't have to show your mug really no more than you have to. Let the food be the focus. And it took me a long time to really learn that too, but know that it keeps people's minds busy. If you stand there and look at that screen and talk for 10 minutes, you're not going to get no views, man. They're going to click out like, screw this. This guy's put me to sleep, So just keep it moving. If you notice in my videos, when I get through a segment, I switch music. I do something to keep your mind going. Try to. I talk slow. I'm from the South, and I'm like, God, I'm going to start talking faster, But seriously, people are so impatient now. But
it's like, it's like this right here. So I did these Bama Twinkies, right? And this is something that I took from Craig at backyard barbecue. All right,
I think he just dropped himself out of the chat.
We
All
lost
right,
Mike.
I'll take over from here.
all right, here we go. All right, I hit the wrong button. So this is something that he likes to come in real close and do stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
If you notice, if you watch Craig with you know, in his channel, let's see, let me get out of that. He does stuff like that. So I always, and a lot of times I don't use it, but sometimes like it's best to have more footage than not enough. So I take 1,000 pictures in different formats, whether it's 16:9 or 9:16. I do like that same shot you just seen me do that was in 16:9. I'll do it in 9:16 as well, because I also want to post stuff in, you know, TikTok and Instagram and stuff like that. So the more footage, and that's one thing I can stress. I mean, I'll say newer channels and people will want to get started, but I mean, I'm a newer channel and I'm still just getting started and everything. But I can't stress enough, get as much footage as you possibly can, and just whether you think you're going to use it or not. I mean, you can delete it later, but at least you have it. I mean, you might not use it in your video, but it may be something you might want to put on your thumbnail or something like that. You know, that's something totally different than what's actually in the. You know, I mean, it's just so much better. That's probably one of the biggest key things I can say that's helped me.
Yeah, I'm watching right now on my TV, and you know, I'm filming on my phone right now, and I can just see the difference in the quality of, you know, all four of y'all, and you know, I can tell it's a big difference. I got a lot to learn. Editing, have no idea. Filming, have no idea. I think I know how to barbecue, and
I think if you filmed a simple cooking some chicken wings on your Weber or your just regular charcoal grill or whatever, you'll be fine with your first video as long as you just cut out all the fat, all the dead weight, all the stuff that, you know, there's nothing going on, where you're just sitting there thinking what you're about to say. As long as you cut all that stuff out, I think you're good for your first, you know, hell, probably for your first 20 videos, you know. But it won't take you that long. You know what I mean? Once you get, you know, 5-6 videos edited, it's a lot of work, man. It's a lot of work.
I just had to take a picture of this screen because I've been having this debate with other people too that's not on this live tonight about him being chud or not. Proof in the pudding. That is not chud.
I'm not as funny as Chud.
Me and Ricer was talking about that the other day because I don't think it is, man. So now I know it ain't, and I can show it. I said, nope, that ain't chud.
Yeah.
You should have let me. You should have let me put him in solo cam real quick. You could have done it.
Believe
me, Joe will let everybody know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send out a text right now.
Wake up! Quit yawning. He's had too many of them little pony beers.
Yeah, am I boring you?
No, I'm actually.
Let me jump over here, guys. Man, it was nice talking to you. Thank you, Mike, for bringing me on, man.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you coming on, man.
Nice to meet you, Randy, and good to see you, buddy.
Nice to meet you, man. All right, man. I'll talk to you.
Hey, send everybody on the group to my channel, man.
For sure. You know I got you.
All right, brother. I appreciate it, man.
Randy.
Much love.
Good seeing you, man.
Well, Mike, Russ, and Lance, I'm going to hop off here myself.
Yes, sir.
Buddy.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm about 30 minutes away from shutting it down. I got a bunch of dishes I got to do to put food up.
Yeah.
Boy, that sucks.
Well, well, the good thing is, I try to clean as I go. So, but there's still, I had to leave stuff out because people were coming at different times and this and that. And my daughter-in-law, she came, she had to come after work. So she's gone now, but I've been on live, so I ain't been able to get in there and clean. So I'll give it about 30 more minutes.
Quick question for you, Mike.
Yes, sir.
That feast you were supposed to cook, did you do it?
Feast?
Yeah, for your daughter.
Yeah, that's going on tomorrow. I got a beef neck roast and some short ribs in the crock pot. They've been going all day. I went inside a minute ago and shut it off, but I got pepperoncinis in there. I did a pack of ranch dressing powder, McCormick gravy powder, McCormick pot roast powder in there with some carrots, onions, mushrooms. And then I'm doing
no taters.
No taters because I'm doing mashed potatoes.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So I'm doing mashed potatoes and I'm doing brisket mac and cheese and I'm doing turnips.
Cool.
Yep. So I'll probably film the turnips. I may film the mac and cheese as well. Make them 2 different videos because it's going to be a brisket mac and cheese. I got so much leftover brisket in my freezer, man. It's vacuum sealed. I think I'm going to use point meat too because I have to use point meat because I don't have any
flat.
Yeah.
Remember, I was telling you how those briskets around here for choice were $8.21 a pound.
That's fucking ridiculous.
I know. I went back in this week just to look at them and try to find out when they got to be sold by. So I went in there. It was Tuesday, and now they're trying $6.99 a pound.
Wow.
Yeah, they probably had a bunch of meat go bad.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I'm out of here. Have a good one. Russ, good to see you again.
Yeah, man.
It's good to see you again. And Mike, good to talk to you, buddy.
Yes, sir. Thanks for coming on, man.
I'll see y'all later.
All right, brother. Be safe.
I'll call you, rather, Chuck.
Randy, it gets easier, man. I remember my first time going on a live. I went on to a channel. Whose channel was it? That was I went on to Frack Daddy's channel and he had Grill Sergeant on there. It was kind of like an after show because Grill Sergeant was on for a little while and then Frack Daddy went on and he came over there and went on his channel and I ended up going on there. That was my first live. That's where I met Chuck from Niners Barbecue because he came on there as well, but he didn't have that backdrop, so you got to see his whole little room back there. Yeah, you did good, Randy. You did good, Randy. For sure.
Son did all that, Mike?
Huh?
I think Chuck's son just did all that green screen stuff.
Yeah. And if you pay for that's an option you have when you upgrade from the free account of StreamYard. You have that option to do it turns like you don't actually have to have a green screen. It automatically does whatever you want. So any PNG file that you have that you find off the internet, you can put behind you. It doesn't even have to be a PNG file. It can be a video, like a looped video.
Yeah. Jeff Rice, when he did his live feeds, he went through Skype, and Skype allows you to do that as well. I was on there. I think I used the background on my live feed.
Yeah, Quint, I think going on the Goodfellows, that was probably like the third or fourth time that I'd ever been live. I think I went live once or twice before I was ever on the Goodfellas live. Yeah, she's been saying it in the chat. She was basically rolling her eyes in the chat, bro. You need to go. I mean, I thought it looked fine, but what I mean, hey, happy wife, happy life, brother.
That's it.
That's funny. That's funny. Hell yeah, man. Well, that was a good live.
Pushing $600, aren't they? $600.
Huh?
I said, a new phone's like $600 and up.
Shit, not the one I have.
The one I have, God, it's like $1,200, and the new update, I think it's $1,600 at iPhone 14, something like that. It's crazy.
Yeah,
you can buy a good computer for that amount of money.
Right. I just keep this Droid thin. So far, so good.
I always end up keeping up. I started iPhones with the iPhone 4. And that's really how I started shooting videos way back. And I forget my next one. I think it was a 6, then a 7, and then then this one. That's only like my 4th iPhone in 10 years.
Yeah, Clint, that's me tomorrow night. I think Simon said he's working on a 6.
Yeah.
I didn't get the 13 Pro. Yeah, it's just crazy money. I'm sorry. Look at my Facebook page, Jeff. I posted a picture today of like one of the stitch outs I did for a logo. I had 7, went to 13. Okay, I thought he said 6. I've never did the iPhones. My children have all got iPhones.
Sorry, I'm missing 6 comments. Let's see. Joe said he has the iPhone 698. Yeah, are you hosting tomorrow, Lance?
Yeah, that's me tomorrow.
Since you screwed it up last week?
Yeah, I guess you could say that. I still haven't figured that out, what hell happened, but it happened.
Well, I guess I misquoted. The iPhone 14 Pro Max is $1,099 according to this Apple website. That's way cheaper than what I said. I could do that.
Yeah.
Or I would do that.
Yeah, I think I'm waiting. I'm gonna upgrade, but I want to wait because I'm probably just gonna outright buy the phone.
Yeah.
That way I can keep this one.
Mine comes out of my phone bill every month, $25 a month. It takes
that's
2
how
years.
this one is, but it's paid for now.
Yeah, mine takes. My other ones took about 2 years to pay off, and then I just
it takes damn good video, and I would like to hang on to it. You know what I mean? So I would rather just hang on to it and just outright buy the next phone. That way I ain't got to worry about it.
Randy Shifter. I hope Smoking Joe knows I ain't Brad now.
I think he knows now.
Well, see, I never thought he was until I was watching Joe's live feed, and he go, "Oh, Chud's in the house." I'm like, "Huh?" And so I got to reading his comments. I'm like, "Dang, that might be Chud."
There you go. There you go, Randy. He said, "Holy smokes, you're not Brad." Let's see. It just depends on the amount of storage you want to pay for. Yeah, and that's another reason why I don't want to get rid of this phone, because this phone is the last one that Samsung has put out that you can actually put external memory in.
I like that idea. Yeah.
And I'm not too sure. I'm very thrilled about how they just went to the eSIM on iPhone, and I sure hope that.
What is it? What is an eSIM?
eSIM is an electronic SIM card. So, I mean, I understand the reasoning behind it, but you know, on your iPhone you have that little tray you can put in a little thing and pop out the little SIM card.
Right,
so if you want to change carriers, you can put a different SIM card in, or if you want to change to a totally different identity for that phone, you can put a different SIM card in. Well, eSIM, you can't do that. It's all built in. It's all, you know.
Yeah.
It's just another way that they can put shackles and chains on you.
Well, it sounds like a security measure more than anything.
Yeah, well, they can keep it.
Because, I mean, you can wipe your phone out, reformat it, and then do that what is it called? Find my phone thing, and just turn all that off to where you could actually sell it, somebody else use it.
Get back over here.
The current owner has to do it, you know. I've given two of my phones, actually all three of them, I passed down to either my grandkids or my kids, you know, and they were able to take it and get it turned on elsewhere without a new SIM, is what I'm saying.
Gogan, I use my Samsung Note, and on this live, I'm on my Samsung tablet. So I don't have a computer or any of that. I use my phone and my tablet. And what I love about it is I just found out about this thing called Samsung. It's called Samsung. What is it? Samsung Flow. Samsung Flow. So I downloaded it on my phone, and I downloaded Samsung Flow on my tablet. So now I've got I bought a head, like kind of like, you know, your head for your tripod that you put your phone on. I got a head for my tablet. So now I can set my tablet up on a tripod. Right next to the tripod, I got my phone hooked on. And what I can do is I can move like everything that my camera sees on my phone, it mirrors onto my tablet, and there's like barely a delay at all. I mean, it's like it's pretty close to real time. And so I've been able to line my shots up a lot better. I bought this little mirror attachment that you can put on top of your phone holder for your tripod. But man, that thing sucks, dude. Tell you something. That Samsung Flow is off the chain. I can, like, it even shows my rule of thirds and everything. I can line up everything just like perfect. And it's cool because like when I'm doing a real close, like say if I'm doing like a real close up shot where I got everything close to like a close up shot like that, but I want to show my food, I can look at my tablet and see if I'm actually in frame. So I'm in love with Samsung stuff, man.
I use 3 dedicated DSLR cameras, but this phone, as you can see, a lot of times is a 4th angle for me when it's convenient, and it ties right in. It looks just as good. It's shot in 4K. You can put that in with them other cameras and never tell a difference.
Hey, Simon, your iPhone 13 can film 4K, but my Samsung that's 2 years old can film 8K.
YouTube don't do 8K.
They don't, but I can film in 8K.
I was going to ask you, Russ, how many cameras you're up to, but you already answered that question.
I got 5, 6, 7. I got 7. Only use 3 in this iPhone. The rest of them are not 4K.
Look, hold up. I'm about to go right solo. See if you can see it. Yeah. Let's see. It says, well, I'm in 8K mode right now, but it's 24 frames per second. It's not the greatest.
My biggest problem using a phone is if we are ever in a low light situation, the quality goes out the window compared to my DSLRs. And if it's well lit up and well bright, it can look pretty good and tie right into them. The color is a little off, but I go in there and color correct to match my my other cameras. But the Sony's beat it big time, man, hands down. I don't use it every video, but like that video there, we had that table. That table was shaking. I'm like, God, we got to find a place to put this little pit, man. Every time I open the door, whatever, it's sitting there bouncing. I said something in the video about how it shakes real bad, but it was hard to get 3 tripods around there, so we use this phone quite a bit as another angle on the video that's coming out tomorrow. And you really can't tell which is which, you know, once I got through color correcting.
Yeah, I've seen that in some of the videos, YouTube videos, where their table just shakes like hell and they're cutting on it. It's like, man, you got to see that when you're editing, I would think.
Yeah. Well, we had no choice on this. Derek used to have like a bar across there with that Kamado, had these tables that was good and solid. That would have been perfect. But he took all that down and he built something else for the Kamado. He's getting ready to sell that along with that little outdoor refrigerator. All that belongs to him. And so we've got to find something else to set this thing on that's good and solid.
Yeah, no, I'm not complaining about you. I'm just talking about other people. You're talking
about
how
it
bothered you, and I see other people do it like weekly. I was like, God, I mean, that would drive me crazy.
So I don't know if y'all follow Marquez Brownlee or not, but he actually did a video a day ago. It's already got 2.6 million views, but it's titled iPhone 14 Repackaging 101. And it's about how all they really did was added a few things that even the iPhone 13 was going to get with the latest update. I mean, there's a few adjustments on the camera or whatever, but he's basically saying in that video, you know, I would not upgrade to the new iPhone. I would, you know, if you're trying to upgrade from the 12 or something like that, then fine. But I would save $100. What is it? It's like $100 difference or whatever. Just go to the 13 or whatever. They were saying he was just talking about how it was just a repackaging thing. It's like they took the internals of the 13 and put it in a 14 and added some upgrades, and then gave them same upgrades to other iOS users in a future update. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, we had that discussion the other night in that little thread that I'm on, where I text 3 other YouTubers every day. And like I told them, I won't upgrade again to probably the 16 because I got to 12. By the time the 16 comes out, there'll be quite a few changes. Yeah. I'm really impressed with this new iOS. So, man, damn, they got some slick stuff in here.
Oh, yeah, because that's something that Marquez Brownlee was saying in a video before that, when he was talking about that feature where you could hold whatever part of the picture that you wanted to have the background removed.
Yeah.
And it was almost, he said that in most cases it was faster than what any editor could actually do.
Oh, yes, big time. When I seen that, because I've actually paid for Canva before just for that feature. And I'm like, screw Canva. Hell, I got this.
Well, see, I've got Lightroom and I've got background eraser app, both of those apps along with Canva, and both of them do pretty good. But see, sometimes what I have a problem with is Canva sometimes will get confused, or maybe so I have a backup to go to. Sometimes Lightroom won't do it as good as background eraser, but sometimes background eraser will do it better than all 3, you know, the other 2.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why I like to have them backups, because I can go in. Canva won't allow you to actually go in and like say it took too much off, like maybe it actually took some off of the actual picture that you're wanting. So background eraser will allow you to actually go in and re-edit that to where you can put that back in there, and you can zoom in real close. So even if you get some of that, the outer stuff, once it actually goes back to the frame that it's supposed to be, you don't even notice it. You know, it's so minute.
I posted this one the other day just as a joke on this little thing that we text back and forth to, just to show you how clean of a job this does. I took my logo that I'm using tomorrow, and Greg had posted this picture. He got to meet Sam, the cooking guy, at a dinner the other day. I mean, look how clean that is. That's just from dragging it up on that phone.
Yeah.
That is spotless, man. Everything's there.
Guy, Sam looks totally different in that.
He's skinny, man.
Oh man, he looks like, what will say? I was about to say who she.
Yeah. But I posted that in that little thread that we text back and forth on just as a joke. I said, this ought to get some clicks. Sam, the cooking guy, and Greg, Ballistic Barbecue, you know.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, Greg posted that picture in that thread. I'm like, what's this? I saved the pic.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, one of these days I'm gonna get back up with you. We're gonna be able to do that video I was talking about.
Yeah, man. Cool weather is almost here. Matter of fact, it got down to 60s this week, man. It felt right. It was hot. Well, not hot. Well, it's kind of hot today. Humid because of the rain around here. But, man, it was nice there over the weekend.
Yeah, let me tell you. When I got done cooking today, 30 minutes passed by. I told everybody, y'all go ahead and eat. I said, I'm going to go take a shower. I went and took a cool shower. I was in there for a good little minute, man. When I came back out, I was still sweating. I was like, damn. It took me a long time to cool back off.
Yeah, anytime I take a shower like that with hot water, boy, it heats me up. I'm hot for a couple of hours. It seems.
Yeah, I had to do a room temperature. And after I bathed, I turned that son of a gun on all the way cold, man. Just felt so good. I closed my eyes and imagined being in my parents' pool, man. Like I was just chilling in the pool.
Yeah, I hear you.
But
it's 69 here. It's supposed to get to 60 tonight. Later on by morning.
Yeah, I went to my son's Thursday morning, and it gotten almost down to the 50s that morning. And I'm like, dang, man, it feels good. All the flies were gone. I'm like, heck yeah. Of course, as the day warmed up, there's a few of them that buzzed us, you know, but not too bad. Of course, I had my assault rifle with me.
Oh, your assault rifle? That's a Brindle, isn't it, Mike?
Yeah.
My assault rifle.
And then this is the little one that runs around. This is who you hear. You don't hear my boxer. You hear this one.
All right.
Well, look, if that dog humps your leg, just let it finish.
They're all girls, man. I'm surrounded by girls.
Hey, girls will hump your leg too.
Oh yeah, well, my oldest little Chiweenie, when my boxer's laying on the floor, you know, we're watching TV or whatever. My boxer's laying on the floor. The oldest of the dogs, she'll go over there and straddle her face and just start humping away. I'm just like, what is going on, man? What's really going on? But I think what it is she doesn't really play around with them because she's older.
I think it's a dominance.
It's a dominance thing because she's just wanting to, you know, say, hey, I'm still here just because I don't be playing with y'all. She's older though, you know.
Yeah.
What'd you call the breed?
Huh?
What'd you call the breed?
A Chiweenie. It's a Chihuahua and Wiener dog.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Never heard of them.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they got real popular for a while, man, and then you got that one that I just showed you. She's supposed to be a Chiweenie, but I don't think she's a Chiweenie. I think She looks like she's got some Jack Russell in her or something. It's like she's Chihuahua and Jack Russell or something. All right, that's enough.
My son Derek had a Jack Russell. Man, it's been probably 12, 13 years ago. That was one hyper dog. My God.
Well, that's how she is, man. She is hyper. She's the sweetest little dog, man. But it's like she just doesn't know any better.
Yeah.
Come here.
There's Jack Russell's hyper as hell. Remember, one of my daughter's friends, her parents had, I think, 3 of them. And that's all they did was run. Just run.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say that one of his ran and got run over. That's what ended up happening to him. But a good little dog, just hyper. My goodness.
Yeah. Yeah, most Chihuahuas are super hyper. I mean, until they get to a certain age, but they're also very protective of the ones that feed them.
Yeah, we have a regular Chihuahua. I call it a taco dog, but
well, guys,
Taco Bell.
We got 1 minute. This has been a good lot. Blah 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 blah. I can't even talk. This has been a good live stream.
Yeah,
hell, the last live stream was really good as well. I think there was a lot of stuff that was talked about. I think there was a lot of information that was brought out. I think we answered a lot of questions in the last one as well as this one. And that's basically, I love hanging out and this and that. But I like to learn myself.
Yeah.
And that's another reason why I like to do these live streams. And especially, I know Russ is on here with me damn near every live stream, and it's just awesome to have, him. Also, Lance, you come on quite a bit. Chuck comes on quite a bit. There's always, a lot of good information that's brought out. Especially, sometimes Alton comes on, or Joe, and hell, even Quint. Matter of fact, Quint's even come on the live streams and he said some stuff that I was just like, wow, why didn't I think about that? I think, that's what it's all about. And that's why I love doing this. Hell, even if we only get, boy, there is some coyotes. Oh, there's a whole mess of them.
All right.
Anyway,
last night, Quint was on with Keenan and Brandon Carpenter. I saw he came in right near the end. That's another live that comes in. He doesn't get a whole lot of views just yet, but it's one that runs sort of late.
Who's that?
BKC Barbecue.
Oh, BKC. Yeah, I think I'm subscribed to his channel, but I don't. I seen he went live not too long ago, and I couldn't make it. I couldn't get on there.
He does the Friday night thing. It's usually a run, for a few hours. So it'll run you late, which I don't mind.
Yeah. Good night, Simon.
Yep.
I'll
check Guggen out as soon as we get through this and hit that subscribe button.
Yeah. Hey, let it be known that it was this live right here. What's the date? September 17th. That Randy Shifter is officially not Chud.
Not Chud.
Right.
Let
it be known that I'm the one that got him on here.
let it be known that it's official, No, for real on everything. No, Randy, thanks for coming on, man. I know that was pretty much the first time you've been on a live. It ain't nothing to it, my brother. But let's see, I was on Brandon's channel the other night. Yeah, Quint comes on from time to time as well. Quint, I'm gonna be getting up with you. I'm probably gonna holler at you tomorrow. Because I need to get something from you. and
BKC.
you know, yeah, BKC.
I've never heard. Man, there's so many channels I've never heard of. Good God.
Yeah, I think he's part. They have a. So I think like CJ, TNT, Keenan, John from Salt, Pepper, and Fire, and BKC. I think they're all part of this thing called what's it called? The Black Smoke Crew or something like that.
Okay.
It's something like that. I can't remember.
Black Smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah, Black
That's
Smoke.
That's kind of cool. I've got a. That ain't it. I've got a book in here. It's called Black Smoke.
Yeah.
And
But it's supposed to, you know, it's supposed to uplift and you know, kind of like represent, you know, black folks in barbecue, basically.
Well, that's what
and
that book's about.
Yeah, I think it's awesome. I think it's cool, and I think that they actually need to have a night. You know, I would actually give up my time on Saturdays for them, you know, because I wouldn't want to take away from it, because I think that it would be awesome to actually watch and tune in, actually come on and talk and everything else, because every single one of them guys have something good. Matter of fact, that's another thing we were talking about, seasonings and stuff like that. I want to get some of that TNT sauce that he does, that mopping sauce, you know. I need to link up with that guy, CJ. I'm already linking up with him for gumbo. But still, I mean, you know, at the end of the day, it would just be cool. I've actually caught one of their, I think BKC. Matter of fact, I did catch one of his lives, and I think he had CJ on there. He had TNT. He had, I think John was on there. And I think that was it. There may have been somebody else. No, I think Keenan came on there as well. And, man, it was a really good live stream. And there was a lot of good information brought out. And, man, that's awesome, man. I feel like a lot of light needs to be shed on that type of stuff, because, I mean, that's where barbecue came from, guys. I mean, whether people want to admit it or not, that's where barbecue came from. You know,
that's what this book is about, and it's, you know, it's true. My first experience of barbecue was going to these little roadside stands that were ran by these old black men here in Mississippi. Best barbecue you ever want. Man, I've tried through the memory of eating that. That's the way I want my barbecue to taste, you know.
Yeah.
And it's true. You got this rise in popularity of barbecue over the last 10 to 15 years, and that ain't where it started, man. I'm telling you. You know, and they're not getting the credit that they deserve.
They're not. You know, they're not. That's the reason why I'm a big advocate for that that documentary. And I still say, if you have not watched that documentary on Netflix, High on the Hog, that is
that a few times.
That will give anybody in the chat, if you have not seen High on the Hog on Netflix, watch it. I'm telling you, man, it is it will take you through an emotional roller coaster, as well as put you on and give you so much information that you would it'll blow your mind. And I'm glad that came out, because a lot of the stuff I already knew about, but for it to actually be put to light like that, and he goes through, Carolina barbecue. He goes through. I mean, he visits Rodney Scott. He visits, all these different places that have, some pretty historic, backgrounds, and also goes all the way to Africa with it. I mean, it's ridiculous, man. Matter of fact, it would be cool if anybody can actually find some African yams, like real yams. I would love to get my hands on some, because that's where it comes from. These sweet potatoes, and we call them candied yams and stuff like that. That is not yams, But anyways, I digress.
I am what I am.
Yeah, I am what I am. But yeah, hey Simon, I'm telling you, you will be glad to do so. That series is phenomenal. That's probably the best one ever put out to date about origins of barbecue.
Finally found it.
Black Smoke. You know, I was in Bucky's the other day, around the corner from the house. We got one just maybe 10 miles up the road. And I was there and I was looking at all the cookbooks and barbecue books and stuff that they have there. I was like, man, I need to get some of this stuff. They got a bunch of good stuff.
I've got a cabinet here beside me that almost goes at the ceiling. It's nothing but books. I'd say 90% of them are cookbooks, cook related.
Yeah.
I buy specialty books like that. Yeah, there was little secrets in that book, how they do things. That's the main reason I bought it. But I've always given credit. I've said it in some of my videos over the years about how the best barbecue I've ever eaten was those old black men down here in South Mississippi. That's the kind of barbecue I was raised on. You know, it's different. It's not different. It's really down here. This is be a combination of Memphis, Carolinas. Is kind of a fusion of both of them.
I'm gonna put
a little sweet, a little heat, and hickory smoke. It ain't Texas barbecue at all.
I'm gonna put the link to High on the Hog in the chat right now. So if anybody wants to click that link and just save it to your watch later list, whatever. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 episodes long, and they're all about an hour a piece, and it's awesome. So that link right there in the chat, that'll take you right to it. And
yeah, I've watched it twice. I know.
Yeah, I've watched it several times myself. It's just, and it doesn't get old, man. It's just, it's beautifully done. It's well thought out. It's just been done right, man. It's really good.
Yeah,
it's really good. I may look like this, big guy or whatever, but I am somewhat of an emotional guy, man. And there was times in there like, I was getting watery eyed. You know what I mean? It's just, it's that good. It really is that good.
I know you probably know who this guy is. I'm trying to remember what his hat says. It's like return barbecue to its roots. That pit master right there, Ed Mitchell.
Oh yeah, Ed Mitchell.
Yeah. Dang, who fired up the motor?
I had to mute him. I'll unmute him when he comes back.
Yeah, that cap he wears, I've seen him on barbecue pit master shows, all that kind of stuff. It says pit master, it says return barbecue to its roots. That's the statement he's making, really, is that they have been crapped on, Yep,
they have. They definitely have. Whole hog barbecue, baked mac and cheese, candied yams, all that, man. It's just, and way much more. There's so much more. It's just,
it was born out of all that, man.
Matter of fact, you find out in that documentary, you also find out, I believe you find out how people started eating oysters came about. I think that's part of it.
Yeah.
Which actually was the very first black-owned business in the United States was an oyster cart, and it was in New York. In New York.
Oh, what was it?
It was an oyster cart, just a cart, like a hot dog cart, but it was an oyster cart. Yep. Okay. Yep. I think that was in that. I think that was in there. That may have been on something else, but yeah, man, that's crazy, man. It's just there's so much information, man. Nothing but love. Hey, Triple B, Lance, Smoky Ribs. I'm enjoying the boxing matches, but just stopping in to show my support. Hey, I appreciate you coming through, man. We about to end this anyways.
Yeah, I'm about to go, Mike.
Yeah, I'll leave it. I will leave it up. NBL. If you want to come back and watch, there was a lot of really good information brought forth in this. And we had a good time. We had a good time on this live, but there was a lot of good information brought forth on this live. So, we had a special guest, and you'll just have to watch it to see. We brought light to a subject that that's been in everybody's mind.
A conspiracy.
A conspiracy. It's been solved. It has been solved. But you'll have to watch to find out. Subscribe. Hit the notification bell.
Yeah, you can't watch it unless you hit subscribe and ring that bell.
And don't forget to hit that like before you leave.
That's right.
Nah, but everybody, I appreciate everybody. Russ, as always, I appreciate you coming on with me every week. Lance, thanks for showing up and hanging out with us. I'm gonna let you get back to your little pony beers and
Skipping a decent runner tonight.
Yeah. And y'all take it easy. Russ, I'll holler at you tomorrow. Lance, I'll holler at you tomorrow. And we out of here. Y'all don't forget, burn rubber, not your meat. Get out there and cook something, baby.
Rippin' Alabama like hustle rep 6Gs. And this mud off in my cup is thicker than 6 feet. For that dough, I go nuts. I'm leaving them crispy. Diamonds presidential cut. They dancing like Chris Bree. I'm on my own. I ain't scared to be alone.